what I'm about to do right now, and I think that I just had to do it because, you know, too many times, man, we have these guys who basically don't know, don't understand that you cannot just go around trying to talk to any girl. All right? Any type of female. And I'm about to play this right now because some of you guys out there don't understand how serious this is. Here it goes with this called A Baltimore Rapper Confronts a Predator, and I'm going to show you why he confronted him as a predator. Playing it right now. It's sad, man. Here we go.
What's up, man? Yo.
What I did?
You came up here to see a 15-year-old, yo?
No, I didn't come up.
Yes, you did. You came up to see my little sister.
No, I didn't.
Nikki, you came up here to see Miranda, right?
I went to go.
You came up here to see Miranda, right?
I went to go see my.
You came up here to see a little ass kid, right?
I went to go see my.
You ain't see nobody.
Yes, I did.
You ain't see nobody. You came up here to see my. Lie to me again. 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 I swear to God, I'll draw blood out your face. Lie to me again. Lie to me again. I'm gonna let you go about your business, but you just got exposed on Facebook, you motherfucker. You fucking with no little ass kids, boy. I bet shit got real for you, didn't it? But stay the fuck out that inbox. Get your glasses, man. Don't cry. Shit got real.
Now, what happened if you didn't see the video? I played the video. What happened was this guy, who's supposed to be a Baltimore rapper, he basically found out that his 15-year-old little sister, was about to meet up with this guy right here, you know, who looked like an older man. Looked like he in his early 20s, mid 20s. He could have been younger now, I don't know. But basically, he drove to where the places where the guy was going to meet his 15-year-old sister. Saw the guy, asked him, yo, you know, what's good? And before he even, the guy even got a chance to even say anything, he smacked the hell out of him. Now, he smacked him a couple of times. Matter of fact, if we hear in the video, what I was trying to make a point out of this video is that he confronted the guy, which he should have. Because the bottom line is that you are a grown man. And you is on Facebook or whatever you was on talking to a 15-year-old girl. All right? Now, I know some of y'all going to be like, well, wait a second, that girl's 15. Yeah, she's 15, but she probably one of them slutty, you know, girls who basically is one of them girls who's easy, who's trying to be easy. Listen, we understand that. But this is the reason why I played this video, because I know a lot of y'all guys are going to say that. A lot of y'all guys going to try to point the finger at the 15-year-old girl. And I'm not saying the 15-year-old girl is an angel. But why I played the video? Because I know y'all going to do that. Which is one of the reasons why I did it, because a lot of you guys out here got to learn responsibility for your actions. All right? Even if the girl had come off as a slutty girl, the bottom line is what they got to do, what her sluttiness got to do with where you acting. So the 15-year-old is easy. You're a grown man. That means you have to try to get with her, knowing that you're a grown-ass man. That's my point. You are a grown man. Take responsibility for your actions. You know she's 15 years old. You say, nah, that's not. She's too young for me. But that's the problem with a lot of you guys, is that you don't take responsibility for your own sexual behavior. You always point the finger at the female every time you and the female get it on. And it's basically called her slut. Okay, fine. She might be a slut, but the bottom line is you slept with her, so, you know, she can't be a slut by herself. She can't just be a slut, you know, just on her own. You contributed to her being a slut. But that's not even, that's here and there. My thing is, This is the reason I played it, because it seemed like a lot of you guys don't understand that you got to take responsibility. Sometimes you got to take responsibility for your own sexual behaviors. And this is one right here. You know, as a girl that's 15 years old, you stay away from a 15-year-old and you're a grown-ass man. You stay away from that. You don't sit there and try to talk to her, because the fact is, you see that she's basically a 15-year-old who might be one of them girls that's already out there fucking. No, you're a grown-ass man. You got to fucking have self-control. And stop trying to put all the blame on the females all the time. And that's why this guy did, that's why I praised this guy for what he did. It's because of the fact that he confronted him and said, listen, man, stay with my little sister. And you guys, sometimes you have to do that, man, because some of you guys don't understand how to control yourself and how to have sexual responsibility for your own sexual behaviors. I hear it all the time. It's like every time I hear you guys talk, it's never about what y'all doing wrong. It's always about what the females are doing wrong. Somebody tell you that your sexual behavior is messed up, and some of y'all try to defend it. You can't defend this. Tell me how you can defend this. A grown ass man trying to mess with a 15-year-old girl. Tell me how you can defend this. Because the 15-year-old girl had responded back and was going to meet him, so therefore she's just the problem. She's the problem in society. Nah. You are the problem in society, because the fact is you don't even see it as being wrong. Because a lot of y'all won't see it as being wrong. Y'all just be like, she just a 15-year-old hot girl. That's all she is. She's probably out there trying to lead these guys on, these older men on. Nah, how can you, man? If you know she's 15, man. You can't control yourself like that. Then you don't need to be outside. You don't need to be out in public. That's my point. We need to stop the rapists and the child molesters as right now. We need to stop them. So I mean, in people who any type of man, even woman, who have tendencies and want to mess with little kids, we have to stop them. We can't let this go by and say, "Well, ain't nothing serious." But then get mad when then want to talk shit to the female when she's like 25 now and she's been fucking every man on the planet because she's been molested as a child. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but the bottom line is, we all know that when a child is that young and they get exposed to something like sexual activity, when they brain develop it that good, ain't developed, fully developed, it could be a problem. No. Bottom line is, why I played it, because some of y'all guys need to take responsibility for your sexual behaviors. Don't mess with little kids. You're a grown-ass man, find your woman. Do not sit there and try to mess with a little girl. Because if you don't understand that, you might be the next one to get smacked up. And that's what we don't need that. We need to have a society where people understand they need to stay in their place. And your place as a man is to stay away from little girls. I don't care what if the girl's throwing it at you. I don't care if she's throwing the panani at you. Bottom line is, you're 15, 14, 13, stay away from them. Don't use the excuse that, well, she was asking for it because the fact is she was throwing herself out there as a 13, 14, 15-year-old. No. You're an adult. You need to put a stop to it right there. I did it plenty of times. I had 14, 15-year-old girls basically telling me, "Oh, you have a girlfriend because you are cute," or something like that. And I'm not trying to big myself up. I'm just saying that as it is, that's what happened to me. And I had to tell them, I asked them plenty of time, "How old y'all?" "Oh, I'm 15. "How old y'all?" "I'm 14. "Sorry, I'm a grown-ass man. I can't mess with you. I can't. And they ain't take it as an insult. They basically said, "Okay," and they kept it moving. Because I have, if y'all haven't been seeing me before, I have this baby face look. Not really baby face now, but when I was younger, I had a baby face look. I could be in my 20s and I look like I'm 13, 14 years old. No. So that's why I'm saying that. And that's what happened when I was 25, when I was 24. I was looking like I was 15 years old. So a lot of young 15 and 16 and 14-year-old girls thought they could just, I'm supposed to just deal with them. And I'm like, no, I'm a grown man. That's what you call self-control. That's what you call self-discipline. That's what we call discipline. Self-discipline. There's too many women out here. Too many grown women out here who got their own place, got their own money, got their own car, who basically independent and not living with their moms that you could deal with. Why would you want to deal with a 15-year-old who have to still answer their mama and their papa? Why would you want to deal with somebody like that? Let them grow up. Let them grow up. All right? Stop being a pervert if you're out there and you want to be like this guy. Because you might be the next one to get smacked up. I commend him for confronting him. Because that this man should not be trying to deal with no 15-year-old. And to all you guys out there who basically think it's cool to do that and think it ain't nothing wrong, he wasn't at fault, you might be the next one to get smacked up. Because the bottom line is, I don't care how horny and hot these 15 and 14-year-old girls can be. You're a grown-ass man. You stay, as far away as you can. Take some responsibility for your sexual behaviors. It's the point I'm trying to make. Stop trying to make it seem like it's only the females that's the problem when you sit up there as a grown man dealing with trying to mess with a 15-year-old. Stop making it seem like it's all the women they the sluts and hoes and all the names you call them. Knowing darn well that half the reason why half of them act like that right now because they was 11, 12 years old and some grown ass man was touching them. All you guys out there who's fathers, who got little sisters, and y'all more concerned about how some man about some other man wearing tight pants and stuff like that. You better wake up, man. Those guys who wear them tight pants and everything ain't the problem in this society. It's guys like this that's the problem. These predators, they are the problem. And you need to do what this guy did. Now, I'm not saying you got to smack him up, but this is who you need to start worrying about. These guys. Not some guys wearing their pants hanging down to their ankles. Not some guy who basically wearing tight jeans. It's these guys right here. And the reason why I keep bringing it up because I hear more guys talking about the tight ass jean wearing guy than worrying about the guy who's a predator. Like this guy. And I'm telling you right now, you need to change your ways because there's more of these guys out here like this who basically will wait for your sister to get out or try to talk to your little sister or your little daughter, knowing they grown ass men, and will try to talk to them and try to do something with them. You need to worry about these type of guys. This guy right here did the right thing. He went and confronted a predator because he is a predator. I don't care. You're a predator. Once you know that girl is 15 years old, you're supposed to cut off all ties. But he didn't do that. Instead, he wanted to go and still deal with her anyway. Worry about these guys, man. Don't worry about the guy wearing the tight jeans. Worry about these guys. These are the guys that's the threat to society. I'm talking to all you men out here, especially the black men. Stop worrying about the wrong guy. You worry about the right guys, and you should be kicking a bone out their ass. These guys right here. These guys you should be after. You should be ready to strangle. And I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying that if you are a concerned father or a concerned brother or concerned uncle or whoever, and you got 15 and 14-year-old girls walking around here, better be concerned about the right guy. They should be concerned about. which is these knuckleheads like this, who just got smacked up because he